The Indianapolis Colts are in possession of the number 3 pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, and with a top 3 pick, they have an opportunity to get a big-time piece to help improve this franchise that hasn't been the same ever since their AFC Championship game appearance. Now, this pick, it seems a little bit simple. I see this coming down to 2 guys. As you can see on the board behind me, I have diagrammed out what could be looking at the number 3 pick. Now, I only have it down to 2 guys, although you could argue that maybe you could add in a third piece of this equation. But in this scenario, I have them either taking an offensive tackle or a defensive end with this 3rd overall pick. So I think those are the 2 biggest needs that they have. Particularly, out of all the mock drafts I've seen, it's half and half. I've seen half of them go with offensive tackle Connor Williams at number 3 overall. And the other half, I've seen taking defensive end Bradley Chubb, number 3 overall. You could honestly add in Saquon Barkley to this equation, but at this point, I just see either the Browns or Giants taking Saquon Barkley. Even if Saquon Barkley is still available once we get to number 3, and it's the Colts on the clock, I just don't know if they want to. I don't know what kind of reward you would get with Saquon Barkley. Yes, you are getting, in what I've been saying quite throughout this series already, a once in every 4 or 5 years type of player. But right now, you're good when you're on the depth of running back. But maybe the Colts could take Saquon Barkley number 3. But I honestly think Saquon would be too good to pass up at 1 or 2. So the reason why I didn't put Saquon Barkley in this draft board is for that purpose. But do I think the Colts will draft Saquon Barkley if he's still available at number 3? Most likely. Do they really need to? Not really. I mean, Frank Gore, maybe Frank Gore might retire. He may announce retirement in the offseason. But I just can't see that out of Frank Gore. Frank Gore had a decent season this year. He continues to put up decent numbers. And they have Marlon Mack to back him up. So the Colts have 2 running backs right now that I think can generate really some future production. But Saquon Barkley, it's not really the worst thing in the world. But I do remember talking last year, the Colts had an opportunity to go with an offensive lineman. They had opportunity after opportunity. They had a chance to get an offensive tackle in the first round because Garrett Bowles was still available. Ryan Ramczyk was still available. Cam Robinson was still available. They had a chance to get an offensive tackle. Because I think the offensive line is the biggest problem with the Colts. Although they did end up going with Malik Hooker last year, it wasn't the worst thing ever, but I felt like the offensive tackle position was what they needed to address the most. And I remember last year, in my NFL draft scenarios, 3 days leading up to the NFL draft, I said that if the Colts don't take an offensive lineman in the first round, we could be talking about the Colts needing an offensive lineman next year as well. And right now, we need to address the Colts needing an offensive lineman. They need to get protection for Andrew Luck because we don't know whether or not Andrew Luck is going to play ever again. And in the sense that he is going to play again, because I think he's going to play again, they need offensive line help to protect Andrew Luck. That way he doesn't get hit as much. And with Bradley Chubb being a defensive end, their defense hasn't just been up to par. I mean, with Bradley Chubb, they're getting a really versatile athlete with the number 3 pick. Could it be too early to take Bradley Chubb? Not necessarily. Would it be a good fit for the Colts? Yes. But as far as this goes, I see pick number 3 with the Colts. I see it come down to those 2 guys. Either Connor Williams, the offensive tackle out of Texas, or Bradley Chubb, the defensive lineman out of NC State. So that's just what I have for the Colts draft board. Share this with your Colts fans out there. Get them to comment their thoughts on this. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Have a wonderful day, everyone.